welcome back to another edition of SacTown Movie Buff Television. Once again, it's your host, Kier the Critic. And today, we're actually not in the studio. We are actually at the Ooley Theater because there's actually a great play that's going to be coming up the next few weeks called Heathers. And we have two of the stars here. We have Ariana and we have Lahti. And they're here to talk to us a little bit about what their roles are in the play and kind of what the expectations are. So how you ladies doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing really good.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I'll start with you, Ariana. So what is your role in the play for Heathers, and how did you get involved?
Yeah, so I am Heather Chandler, which means that I am like the Regina George of the group.
Got it.
I knew about this production because my friend Nate, who's also the producer, told me about it while we were doing Into the Woods, and then he said audition, and I said absolutely not. And and then my friends blackmailed me and said, if you don't audition, we are going to tell somebody you have a crush on them.
Okay.
And so I'm here.
That's
Very cool.
honestly.
I didn't tell you about that. Yeah.
No, but that would have worked on me.
Yeah.
And Lahti, how did you get involved in Heathers, and what is your role in the play?
Yeah. So I'm playing Veronica. I pretty much carry the story from start to finish. I actually just saw it advertised, the auditions advertised on like Facebook, and I was watching the pro shot at home with my sister when I saw it, and she was like, "Well, now you have to."
Now you got to audition and be in
I
the
was
play.
like, it was my first audition in like I think 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
And
Wow.
so it was,
Well, and you got the part.
yeah.
So that's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
so you know, a little bit of acting rust, and you still were able to come in and get the part in the play.
I sure tried my best.
I mean, you killed it.
And how long have you ladies been involved in theater as a whole? Then I know you said it's been 4 or 5 years, but I mean, I guess how long have you been involved in theater? I'll start with you, Lahti, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been interested in theater my entire life. I didn't start doing anything until high school, and I was pretty consistent until the dreaded year of doing nothing for everybody. But I've largely been doing cabarets the last couple years. So this is my first main stage show in 4 or 5 years.
Very cool. Very cool. And how about you, Adriana?
So I got my start in 2019 or 2018, and I'm super green to theater. I guess it's like I'm not that green anymore, but I feel green to theater. And so I cried at my first audition because I never sang in front of anybody before. And I was like, this is the worst thing. I should do this forever. So
it's a musical as well.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
musical.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Very cool. Oh, cool. Very cool. And when is the play anticipated to actually start?
Oh yeah, October 31st,
Yep.
Halloween.
Okay. And is it a one-day show? Is it going to go for a
No,
run?
we're
or?
3 weekends.
Okay.
So we're
Yeah.
October 31st through November
17th.
17th. Thank you. I can't read numbers very
And it's going to be right here at the Ooley Theater
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
Come out to the Ooley. It's gonna be great. We've been working hard.
And if friends and family come in.
Oh my
and
gosh,
things of this
8 of
nature?
my coworkers are coming on the
Very
same
cool.
day, and I work for the state, and so it's gonna be a very interesting time for them to see this production.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a great production. I can't wait to see it. If anybody wants to utilize you in their own productions or plays or films, where's the best way they can find you, Adriana?
Well, I would be honored. First of all, you can find me on TikTok at She Drives Buses, or on Instagram at Ari__Banari, Banari. Yeah.
Very cool. Same question, Lahti. How about yourself?
Is it really She Drives Buses?
I used to drive buses.
It's the best thing I've ever heard. You can find me on Instagram. My username is chucky.sleaze. That's pretty much it.
Very cool. I thank you, ladies, for joining me today.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to see the play, and I'm sure it's going to be amazing and wonderful.
Yes, coming out, please.
Yes, come out, check it out. Today we are actually at the Ooley Theater. We're talking with the cast of Heathers, and today we have one of the performers here, Jake, who is actually in the role of...
I actually have 3 roles. I
Really?
am the coach at the high school, I am JD's dad, Bud, and Ram's dad, Bill. So...
Very cool. And how did you get so lucky to get 3 roles, man?
I think I am just older than a lot of everyone else, so they put me in all the grown-up roles.
Makes sense. Makes sense. And are you doing a lot of singing in this performance, or
I'm doing
these different performances, I should say, since you're doing 3 roles?
I'm doing a lot of chorus singing, but in the second act, I do get one big show-stopping number, so that's a lot of fun.
Do you like to sing in general? Or?
I do. Yeah, I very much enjoy it. I've done karaoke for a lot of years, and only recently segued that into musical theater.
Very cool. How did you get involved in the production of Heathers? Did you just audition? Did you know people in the play, or?
I actually just saw it on Facebook, the audition notice. I had just learned about the musical like a couple days before. I was in another musical earlier this year, Assassins at CRC.
Okay.
And the cast had done a karaoke night, and a couple people sang a couple songs from Heathers. I'm like, oh wow, I don't know that show. I mean, I know the movie from the 80s,
right.
But and then, like, the next day, just by sheer coincidence, I saw this, like, audition notice on Facebook. And so I said, oh, well, maybe I'll go out for that. And I sent the notice out to some of my friends from that other show, and I was the only one who got cast. So...
Very cool. And you got 3 roles.
Yeah.
So you went in for 1, and they picked up 2 additional roles.
It's
so
true,
cool.
yeah.
And I know the play is actually going to be starting in a couple of weeks here.
Yeah.
So very exciting time, and it's going to go for about a 3-week run, I was told.
Yes.
Okay. Did you have any other plans after the play? Do you have other roles that you're trying to get into, or anything you're aspiring to do after this one wraps? Or?
Well, Woodland Opera House is doing one of my favorite musicals, Amelie, also based on a movie I love. So hopefully I'm going to try to audition for that. And next year I'm going to be in a Sam Shepard play called The God of Hell at Resurrection Theater. So.
Very cool stuff, man. Very cool. So if anybody wants to find you, they want to reach out to you, they'd love to say, hey, I like Jake's performance in Heathers. You know, we got to get this guy in our next play. What's the best way they can get in contact with you? I'm
on most socials as Jake Me Up Before You Go.
Very cool social.
With was it the number 4 and the letter U? Jake Me Up Before You Go. Yeah, before you, like letters and numbers, because...
You're a big
It's
Wham
a
fan.
long... I do enjoy it. I mean, this is kind of patterned after those shirts they had from that one music video.
Very cool. Very cool stuff. Well, Jake, I thank you so much for talking with me today.
All right.
So I can't wait to see the performance, and I'm sure you're going to do great in all 3 of the roles you're in, maybe 4 or 5
right.
by the time it wraps.
Who knows?
Well, thank you again for
All
being
right,
on the
thank you
show.
very much.
Really appreciate it. Hey, once again, we're at the Ooley Theater, and we're actually talking with some of the cast of the upcoming major performance of Heathers, and we have 2 of the stars of the play here. We have Joe and we have Logan. How you ladies doing today?
Good.
Yeah, good.
Good. So, if I don't mind asking, how did you get involved? I'll start with you. How did you get involved in the production here?
Well, this production I saw the call for on just a Facebook post from our producer Nate. We followed each other since I saw him in Assassins.
Okay.
I think sometime last year.
Okay.
My current partner was in it with him, and so we've kind of followed each other since then, and I saw the post and I was like, oh my god, it's Heathers.
Very cool. And how about yourself?
Nate, our producer, and I worked together on a production of Into the Woods over in Davis together.
Okay.
With Ari, who's also in the show.
Okay.
And Rachel as well. And so he's kind of scouting people to be like, hey, will people actually come do this show if we do it? It's a show that never gets touched, and people are obsessed with it. So he said that he was doing it, and I jumped at the opportunity to audition.
Very cool. And you are both playing Heather, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes.
How does that work?
You know, they're the 3 Heathers: Heather Chandler, Heather Duke, and Heather McNamara.
Got it.
All, you know, dubbed the Heathers, as is, pretty...
You have 3 friends and they're all named Heather.
And they're all named Heather. Very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool. And so, I mean, how did you get involved in like theater in general? How did I'll start with you.
Well, I was first kind of introduced to theater through like high school. My brother was about 3 years ahead of me, and he started doing productions in I think like his sophomore year at our high school theater, and so I went to see that, and I knew I was going to the high school in a couple years, and so I just had the opportunity. And then I, didn't do anything for a while, but then again, my brother was invited to fill in for like a recasting of the police chief of Clue on Stage, and then I got roped in when I started ushering for them.
So you got kind of forced into...
Yeah. We stumble upon these things on accident
Right.
sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know. Most people, well, I guess some people do. I guess not everybody decides they just want to do theater or they wake up one day. Usually you kind of fall into it or something of this nature. And how about for yourself?
I started singing in choir when I was in middle school, and then all of the cool kids were doing theater, and I was like, okay, well, I have to do what the cool kids are doing. So had no idea what I was getting myself into. And then started doing shows, and then went on to get my bachelor's in musical theater from Central Washington University. And so since then, I'm like moved to Sacramento and was dying to get into somewhere, and found a community here at Davis as well.
Very cool, very cool. So I know the run is going to be, I think, like 3 weeks or something of this nature. You have any other productions that you're looking forward to after this? Are you looking to get more involved in theater? Or?
I don't know if there's anything right now. I've definitely thought about, I know Davis in a few months is doing Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And I do definitely plan on auditioning. I don't know if, like...
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, no, it's... other than that, I've got nothing until my usual theater company announces whatever they're doing next.
Very cool. Nothing wrong with that. How about for you?
I just got done choreographing the Addams Family Young at Part with DMTC's Young Performers program. So that opens this upcoming week, and so I'm very excited for the kids to get to premiere their show.
Right.
So I've been working on that in addition to working on this. But after this, I think I'm taking a break because I've been back-to-back in shows for 5 shows now. So.
Oh, wow. Okay, then you definitely need a
Yeah,
well-needed
I'm ready
rest.
to take a step back for a second,
Maybe
enjoy
take
the
a little-
holidays, and
yeah,
then
take a little
hit
sabbatical
the new
for the
year, hit
holidays,
the ground
and then,
running.
get back into it in January. Very
Definitely.
Cool. Very cool. Well, thank you, ladies, for talking with me today. If anybody wants to reach out to you and say, hey, you know, I really like you in another production, or have a part coming up that I think you'd be perfect for, how would they get in hold of you? How would they get in touch?
I think mostly it would be through Facebook. Unfortunately, my last name is ridiculously difficult to spell.
Okay.
But it is pronounced Sauvageau.
Okay. And that's how they can find you. They can figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If, like, anywhere you manage to see Joe and then a ridiculously French last name, that one's me.
That's probably you. And how about for you, Logan?
They can follow me on my Instagram at Logan Elizabeth, or find me on Facebook at Logan Sexton.
Very cool. Well, once again, I thank you for talking with me today, and I can't wait to see the performance this couple weeks, right?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. Well, thank you again.